Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Yemi Adishina. This is a documentary series based on my new book, Dangote Refinery. Together, we explore how one remarkable industrial project is reshaping the conversation about African economy, manufacturing, and future. Let's begin. This is chapter 2. Why Nigeria imported petrol while exporting petroleum. Imagine walking into a bakery every morning. The shelves are full of fresh bread. Customers are lining up outside. But then you discover something unbelievable. The bakery doesn't bake any bread. Every loaf is imported from another country. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Yet for decades, Nigeria faced a similar contradiction. One of Africa's largest producers imported much of its petroleum its people use every day. The question is, how could an oil-rich country depend on imported fuel? The answer lies in the difference between producing crude oil and refining it. Crude oil is only the raw material. Before it becomes petrol, diesel, aviation fuel, or cooking gas, it must pass through a complex refining process. This is where much of the value is created. That means owning oil is one thing, refining it is another. For many years, Nigeria exported crude oil, but lacked enough refining capacity to meet domestic demand. State-owned refinery faced operational and maintenance challenges while fuel demand continued to grow. As a result, crude oil was exported overseas, refined in other countries, and then imported back into Nigeria as a finished fuel. The country sold a lower value product and bought back a higher value one. In the process, much of the economic benefit, including jobs, engineering expertise, tax revenue, and industrial growth, was created elsewhere. This was not only a Nigerian story. Across Africa, countries exported cocoa while others baked chocolate. They exported cotton while others made clothing. They exported minerals while others manufactured batteries, electronics, and machinery. And again, the greatest profit came from transforming resources, not simply extracting them. Nigeria's dependence on imported oil also exposed the country to global events. When shipping costs rose, fuel became more expensive. When the supply chain was disrupted, either by war or by pandemic, shortages followed. The lesson became clear. Energy security is not just about owning petroleum. It is about having the ability to refine it at home. Around the world, successful economies invest not only in natural resources, but also in refineries, in factories, and in manufacturing industry, because they understood that lasting prosperity comes through adding value. This was a challenge facing Nigeria. Could the country refine more than its own crude oil? Could it reduce its dependency on imported oil? Could it keep more jobs, more skill, and investment within its own economy? This question inspired one of the most ambitious industrial projects in Africa, the Dangote Refinery. Its goal was simple, but transformative. Instead of exporting crude oil and importing petrol, why not refine more oil at home? Why not create jobs locally? Why not build an industry capable of serving Nigeria and the wider African market? This question extends far beyond one refinery. They are asking whether Africa can move from exporting raw material to producing high-value goods. Because that choice has shaped the success of many of today's industrial nations. The story of Nigeria's imported petrol was never just about fuel. It was about industrial capacity. It was about value addition. And it was about whether Africa could begin writing a different economic story. In the next episode, we meet the entrepreneur who decided to take this enormous challenge. Many believe it could not be done. But one man was prepared to risk billions of dollars to prove that Africa could build a world-class scale. That man was Aliko Dangote. I hope this episode has given you a fresh perspective on African economic future. If you enjoy it, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and join me as we explain the ideas shaping African future. My name is Yemi Adeshina, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.